Got 70 points in his last 3 games. Mobley, nice pass to Jarrett Allen. Evan Mobley's a really good distributor. Jarrett Allen, an excellent defender, but Valanciunas got good position that time. And the lob to Mobley, missed the shot. Good defense, Mobley, though, with the follow dunk. Jarrett Allen, an excellent defender, but Valanciunas got good position that time. And the lob to Mobley, missed the shot. Good defense, Mobley, though, with the follow dunk. Valanciunas got good position that time. And the lob to Mobley, missed the shot. Good defense, Mobley, though, with the follow dunk.
And Trey Murphy getting lost as the low man. Nice find from Garland.
Murphy again, not that time, though.
To me, the favorites right now in the West, but I wouldn't say they're the clear favorites over a team like Boston or Milwaukee. To me, the favorites right now in the West, but I wouldn't say they're the clear favorites over a team like Boston or Milwaukee, as Mobley tips in the offensive putback. They were 23-13 going into that Philly game in which he got hurt, and he was having a great game up to...
If we talk about the playoffs, because Cleveland hasn't been to the postseason since 2018 and barring a miracle.
Well, we haven't seen him there yet, and that's where you find out. A lot of times he's one of those guys that when he's out on the court, you can tell that he's enjoying himself out there competing. And from a point guard, that's just a dream scenario.
That was actually one of the takeaways, RJ, from that interview we did with Garland a couple weeks ago, was just his joy, his energy, his spirit.
He also, of course, gave a nod to the gentleman with the ball now, Donovan Mitchell, in terms of the space that he now has room to operate in, Dave.
Missed by Mobley, rebound by Nance.
He also, of course, gave a nod to the gentleman with the ball now, Donovan Mitchell, in terms of the space that he now has room to operate in, Dave.
Missed by Mobley, rebound by Nance.
In the playoffs, Darius Garland last year, specifically that game against the Hawks, was pretty awesome.
Mitchell was 6 of 9 from the floor prior to that miss. Here's Alvarado in transition, walking into a three is Najee Marshall, but it spins out.
Was the Golden State Warriors, and I want to say last year, but they had so much that they could count on. You know, so they got off to a great start last year, had the injuries to Draymond, had the injuries to Steph, and they were able to bring it together. It is so difficult, even for a talented team like New Orleans that has B.I., that has Zion Williamson, as you see Evan Mobley with the layup. So I'm really curious to see how quickly Zion can get back and start having that impact and building the chemistry. Because if you're going to make a run in the postseason, chemistry is one of the most important things that you can depend on.
So I'm glad you went there as Mobley gets the dunk.
I have been critical of Rob Pelinka, but Rob Pelinka did a great job here at the break, and they were able to keep up to make some noise in the Western Conference. But I would not want to see the Lakers if they do.
Here's Mobley. And he gets to the bounce. 12 points for the second-year pro. Marshall and Mobley with the swat. You can see Mobley was setting him up for that. He's 10th in the NBA in blocks. Garland, his first shot attempt of the game, and it's a three.
One of the things that you guys talked about with Darius Garland, first quarter, he didn't get a shot attempt up. Yes, there was some foul trouble, but it's also by design. He gets his teammates involved, and then as the game progresses, because he has the ball in his hands and because he's such a great scorer, he starts to get himself involved, and we've seen that here with that first shot off the first touch in the second quarter.
Mobley in the lane, goes to the left hand. Beautifully done. It's a 20-point game.
Straight line drive. We saw it from Herb Jones. We just saw it again from C.J. McCollum. Get to the basket. Take advantage of the overhelp.
Mobley up and under. Boy, what a first half for Mobley. He's got...
You know, that's the impressive thing. They're not just throwing the ball down to him for 10, 15 plays. So sometimes he's going to be able to get these assists. Sometimes it's going to come from other places.
He gets a deflection, and LeVert in transition.
I think the New Orleans Pelicans, when fully healthy, this team, as Mitchell makes a beautiful feed to Mobley again.
Ahead to McCollum on the spot up three. Too strong. Offensive rebound, though, Murphy. And now Marshall from Ingram. Another misfire on a three. Mobley being harassed under the basket, able to get it to a guard. Mitchell finds Allen underneath for the dunk. He was on the bench in foul trouble for a good part of that first half.
Good execution there from the Cavs on the pick-the-picker, freeing Garland for the wide-open three.
Cleveland, #1 defensive team in the NBA. They've allowed under points 18 times this year. Made 169 threes. He's 7th in the league in threes per game. Shooting a career high 40% from behind the arc. There are guys on this roster for New Orleans that they're in year 2 and they're 25 years old. Played 4 years at college. Mobley offensive rebound and putback. That's 20 and 12 for Mobley tonight. There are guys on this roster for New Orleans that they're in year 2 and they're 25 years old. Played 4 years at college. Mobley offensive rebound and putback. That's 20 and 12 for Mobley tonight. Alvarado missed it. Mobley. Alvarado missed it. Mobley. Mobley spinning and getting the bounce. He's got 22.
And that's the part of his development.
The Cavaliers have bounced back and extended their lead. LeVert into the paint. Tough shot. It drops for Karis LeVert. He's in double figures now with 10.
Averaged 25 or more for 19 straight seasons. That's the most all time. The next closest is Kevin Durant at 14.
Mitchell named an All-Star starter for the first time. It's his 4th straight trip to the All-Star game. Going back to Utah, where he obviously spent his first 5 seasons before being traded to the Cavaliers. Count the basket there, and a foul. Allen, the lob, and the put down by Mobley. He was in foul trouble. Nice pass to Mobley for another dunk. 28 assists now for the Cavs.
A Chris Paul element to his game that he's figuring out in real time as he grows as a player of when to be a scorer.
Class is all of those guys, in my opinion.
He was the 5th pick that year as Mobley misses the shot in the lane.